Hello. Today I'm going to talk about the speech, freedom of speech and right to offend, held by Brendan O'Neill. And I made a disposal with 5 quotes from the text where I used non-fiction analysis to analyze them. At first, he talks about the freedom of speech and right to offend, and that it is not only a right, but a duty. It is something that we need to help humanity move forward. And directly from the speech, he says, humanity, or humans, have long had the urge to offend against the natural order, the religious order, and the moral order, and in the process, they have pushed humanity forward. And when he says this, he appeals directly to the listener's common of sense, and this makes him, as the speaker, more reliable and trustworthy. Furthermore, he uses the appeal form logos to make his argumentation more stable. When he say, that was certainly the experience of John Wycliffe in 1382, he was banished from Oxford for, among other things, translating the Bible into English. His work was described as an offense against the ecclesiastic order. By using logos and someone very important historically, someone who was offensive in his time, he supports his argumentations. The next quote, I will compare Marilena Bosetta with Brendan because they meet on common ground. They mean that students need a platform of speech, and it is important for the student not to feel that they don't have the freedom of speech. If I take a quote from the speech where O'Neill means that the students need a platform to have the right to offend so they can proceed as human or process it as humans. He says, I know what student leaders will say. Oh, but our no platforming is about presenting individuals. We only want to protect women from misogyny and black students from racism, so our intolerance is progressive. Please, how progressive is it to say that female students are so fragile that they can't cope with seeing a pair of tits in the sun? No, without falling apart. When he say this, he uses a lot of irony. He wants to make the listeners really see how stupid the student leaders are, and the reason not for having this platform is so stupid. He thinks because it's important for young adults to have a safe space where they can offend and they can speak free, because we don't evolve as humans if we don't have the right to say what we wanted to say or want to say. So he say in this quote that it is only stupidity to say that a no platforming is to protect the individuals. And by using irony, he makes this point much stronger. And he does this very, very well, actually. Yes. And to the last quote, he talks about young people. Young people, they learn the values of an old-fashioned principles. There is no process from what we used to have when he talks about in the start that 700 years ago they had this scandal, and then 100 years after that they had another scandal where you could see again and again that the right to offend didn't come through. And in the speech he says, the fact is today's student learns leaders aren't protecting individuals. They are protecting an idea, and it is the most mainstream status quo idea of the 21st century. The idea of human vulnerability. And throughout the speech, Brendan O'Neill has a formal language with complete sentences and extended vocabulary, which makes him a very trustworthy person, actually, trustworthy speaker. And all these things considered, Brendan O'Neill is a very good speaker. Actually, his argumentation comes through, and he's a very good. He's very good for argumentation and do it very well. Yes, thank you.